Yes, welcome to the African Liberation Station, the place where we always seek to liberate your mind. You know, I am here, with a reasoning. I mean, it's always good to be here. Melissa, welcome in at the house as always. Great to see you, my dear sister. Yeah, man. But, the vibration, at this particular time that we are experiencing can be very, very trying. Yes, UK Game Kid, big up yourself in the house. Give thanks for the item forwarding. I just say, let me bring forward this little vibration that is on my meditation. So I give thanks for the item to show up in the house. Yeah. But this journey that we are on, the spiritual journey, right? It is not an easy journey. And when I say it's not an easy journey, it's because of the world that we're living in, right? Because of the toxicity, because of what is happening around us on a daily basis. You see what I'm saying is this is not because of you individually. Yes, man, greetings, everyone forwarding, Bells, Myrtle, all of you guys forwarding at the house, give thanks, for the item present. The item presents mean a lot, it is always great. See it. Yes, man. But as I'm saying, spiritually, we have to each day examine ourselves. I have to examine myself, as well as everyone have to examine themselves, because this is, you are the spirit having this journey. And so being born in a world of toxicity where you didn't really, when you was young, did not recognize your purpose. And the reason why you did not recognize your purpose is because those around you are already been toxified. Your parents, a lot of time your grandparents, and all of them. Not saying it is their fault, if you don't get me wrong, because the thing is, when you reason on these subjects, a lot of time, different one thinking that, you are saying, no, I'm not putting down your grandparents, neither am I putting down mine. But the reality is, they were born in a world of toxicity. They were born, we come and realize that our parents were in a world of enslavement, and the enslavement never stopped. You have never been free. Okay? Your parents were not free. Your parents were tricked. They gave them what they call freedom, independence. You listen to these words, go do research on them, and then you will find out what they truly mean. Independence, I'm going to tell you guys this again. Independence means that you are controlled by pen and paper. That's what independence means. So when you run around and say that I'm celebrating independence, you are just meaning that they control you by pen and paper instead of having you in chains with whip. That is the difference. And when they gave you another word called freedom, meaning that you're dumb to think you're free under the same oppressive regime. Okay? This is what these words really mean. You, as I said, if you recognize liberation is really what is true. Yes, my brethren Jaren in the house, give thanks for the item forward in the house. See it, liver tonight in the house. Yeah, man, give thanks, man, I seen all of you guys welcome in the house. Seeing? So liberation is what you need, true liberation, right? Because when you come into the place of the awakening, are the, where you start to remember who you are. Because as I said before, we knew who we were when we were born. Don't make no mistake about it. They tell you you came here as a blank slate. That is a lie. Don't Don't ever think that of yourself. You did not come as a blank slate. You came here fully equipped for this journey that you find yourself on, because you are the spirit that came in. You knew the mission that you come here on. Make no mistake about it. They distorted your mission. They distorted your purpose. You see what I'm saying is that is the real deal. You are the one who decide. You even decide the parent that you come through. You decided that. You see what I'm saying? They can tell you all kind of story and distract you like it's some mistake. You are not a mistake. You are not a mistake, and there's a lot of things that we need to know, because these people on this journey called life, in this system, what it is that you have to connect with your higher self, because they have you living in your lower self. All this time is living in your lower self. Now you rising up, because it's the time for you to rise up out of your lower self into your higher self. You see what I'm saying is, and these people, don't be fooled by it. These people knew that this time that we're living in was going to come. They know. That is why they write in their Bible, in the last days, people, there's gonna be many false prophets rising up among us. They talk about knowledge is going to come in abundance and all these different things, and you mustn't pay attention to all of these things. That is what Christianity teach you. But you know within yourself that you are not a false prophet. You know within yourself that you are true. You know within yourself that you are upright. You have all the knowledge, and all the knowledge that is within you is awakened, is coming into being. You are remembering who you are. You see what I'm saying is, and that's why I always refer to this key, where our ancestors leave a very important message for us behind: know thyself. Know that you are the spirit having this experience. Let no one fool you. That is why I said this is 3 things that we need to remember. It is vital that we remember it. We are seekers, knowers, and doers. We come to seek to find who we truly are. That's why we are here. We are on a mission of finding ourselves. But they distorted the reality. They trap you with religion. They trap you with school. They trap you with the political system. So you are trapped in every way that you turn in the system. There's a trap that is awaiting you. Money is a trap. Everything that they give you in this system to make you feel that this is something tangible, this is something to hold on to, it's a trap. It is a trap. It is distractions upon distraction upon distraction. And the more they can distract you, the longer you will stay in your lower self. Let me repeat that again. The more they can distract you, it is the longer you will stay in your lower self. You see, they don't want you to connect the dots. You see what I'm telling you? Because a lot of us, I can speak for myself. From I was a child, I'm questioning things. I was questioning stuff. And the reality is the system, are even these so-called teachers in school, are these religious people that you have around you, whether they're parents, whether in the churches or wherever you go. They don't like when you ask too much question, because now you become labeled as the troublemaker. But it's your spirit that is uncomfortable in the situation, in the house of lies. Let me put it that way. Your spirit knows that everything you are being instructed is not true. And then on top of that, now what they tell you, Don't listen to your inner self. Now you imagine that. They don't want you to listen to your inner self, because if you listen to the self that is speaking to you from within, they know that they can't control you anymore. So if you look, the schools were a control mechanism. The teacher is there to and if you look and tell the teacher, look here, what you're teaching me is nonsense. I don't want to hear that. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for Humpy Dumpy sat up on the wall, Humpy Dumpy have a great fall. No, I'm not here for that. I don't need to hear that. I don't want this. Period. I don't want this in my life. It's irrelevant to life. Okay? Praising some God in the sky, praying on your knees, all of these are false narrative. You don't need to worship anything or anyone. If you want to worship, worship yourself, because you are true. And what they do is to put you so far out of yourself that you are afraid to speak even well of your own self. You are afraid to say, I am powerful. You're afraid to say that I am great. You are afraid to say any of these things because your head is going to get too big. No, that is not true. They say self-praise is no recommendation. That is a lie. Then who can speak for you better than you? Who know you better than you? As this spirit having this experience, who knows me better than me? Who can speak for me better than I can? But the system, they don't want you to have that profound knowing of yourself. They don't want you to have that true knowing of yourself, that you can speak for yourself, that you can be truly proud. And I'm not talking about ego. I'm talking about when you know yourself and know your capability, do not be ashamed to express it. Do not be afraid. And the more you become this spiritual person, then the less fear you will find within yourself. Because fear is a stumbling block. Is what I'm saying is fear is to keep you in your lower self. Okay? I'm not talking about pride and arrogance. I'm not talking about, because that is all ego. It is nothing wrong with you saying that I know. They don't want you to think you know everything. You know. And we run around and we say all these things. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. No, the more you say that, the less you will know. You see, because we're thinking that, okay, everything outside of ourselves is right and we are wrong. Even when your inner self is saying to you, yes, you know the thing. You can always sit down and figure out any situation that you come across. There's nothing beyond you. You are not limited. You are limitless. The system wants you to think that you are limited. Religion wants you to think that you are limited. School wants you to think that you are limited. And they get even your parents to drive that limitation in your very mind. You see? Now, in operation of truly who you are, let me give you a breakdown in the true operation of who you are. You, okay, you have the superconscious, you have the subconscious, and you have the conscious. Now the system wants to control the middle, which is the subconscious. That is how the system work and controlling you. That is how they get you, by sitting down, watching television, all these different things, basketball, football, you name it. Everything that they put there is to control the subconscious. Because once they control the subconscious, then they have your conscious. They can never get to the superconscious, because the superconscious is your higher self. So they can't control that. You see what I'm saying? Now, when you take control of your subconscious, okay, when that Christ rise within you, not the Jesus Christ, what they call a Christ consciousness, the truly awakening of yourself, of your higher self, is what I'm saying. Is so now the subconscious is connecting with the superconscious, right? And all of these connect together. So when all of these connect together, then the system cannot control you. Because now you are totally out of the box. And that is where everyone is trying to keep you in the box. Your family is trying to keep you in the box. Your friends trying to keep you in the box. School is trying to keep you in the box. Religion is trying to keep you in the box. Politics is keeping you in the box. That is why you hear one will say sometime, the spiritual journey is alone. It's very lonely. No, it's not. I'm not lonely. Even when you're by yourself on this spiritual journey, you are not lonely because you're getting to really know who you are. So how can that be lonely? You see what I'm saying? That's it. As in, tell I vision, tell lies to your vision. You cannot be lonely. Let me ask you a serious question that a lot of us is unaware of. When you were born, how many people did you born with? How many people came through that portal when you came out? So if you came by yourself, how is it that you can be lonely? You see that you've been tricked. You have been tricked. So they are separating you from yourself. And now you feel like you need all of these people. No, you don't need the crowd. The crowd is a distraction. What you need is to know you. When you know you, and when you come together even with a mate, you are not going to latch on to that mate for everything. What it is that you and that mate is going to operate in oneness. Because if the sister knows herself and the brother know himself and know that they are the spirit having the experience, and that's all there is to it. There is no need for jealousy. There is no need for any of these things, envy, strife, bitterness against each other. It is no need for it. What is it to be jealous over? What is there to be jealous over? You see, they trick us because they tell us in this Bible that this God is a jealous God. Imagine that. How can I, that is complete within myself, be jealous? What is there to be jealous for? And if they tell you about some God that is all powerful, all knowing, how can that God be jealous? You see, how? You see what I'm saying? We have to come to that place where we understand the importance of self-acceptance. No one knows you better than you, and I'm going to keep repeating that because it's very important that you connect with that. You see what I'm saying is you connect with no one knows you better than you. Whatever you do, you see what I'm saying is whatever you say, you are the one that is remembering it. You are the one that knows all the errors, what you call errors that you make. And these are not, I don't even call them errors. I don't call them mistakes. No, they are not. They are lessons. And you learn these lessons, you stop repeating. When you stop repeating it, that means you have learned. You go to the next level. That is the truth. That is the reality. On this journey, on this spiritual journey, as I said, every day you wake up, examine yourself. How am I doing spiritually today? How am I doing spiritually today? Am I really connecting with self? How do I feel within myself? Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel that way? Why do I do things this way or that way? The thing is, as I'm saying, when you examine yourself, what this helps you to do, it is to connect with the higher self in such a way that you can always shift at any given moment. You can shift at any given moment. That is what you need to do. You can change your reality at any time you want. No one can say you can't. You can do anything you want at any given time because you have that power to do so. The system make you believe that no, you don't. And that's why you have to stop believing and start knowing. Because belief is a trap. You see what I'm saying? Know thyself. That is what you're here for. It is to know who you truly are. So when you connect with yourself to that degree, then when those who come around you who are of the same order, then you're going to move together on that frequency. You're not going to have arguments. You're not going to get into all of these fuss and fight. You're not going to get into any of these things that people that are around you, the jealousy, the strife, the envy, all of these things. You're not going to have none of these things to contend with. That is how in depth you must become with yourself. You see what I'm saying is that is how deep it is. We have to start looking to self and stop looking outside of self for answers to whatever it is. You can create any reality you want. You have to stop putting yourself in a place where you marginalize your own self, or you allow your family members or those around you to marginalize you. No, you are bigger than all of that. So you have to put yourself in a place where you just keep on expanding every day. That is what you have to do. That is spiritual growth. You see what I'm saying is, and when your brother, listen to me carefully, if your brother or your sister that is giving you some spiritual counsel and advice, and you start to feel bitter against your brother or your sister, you need to check yourself. These are the things that we need to understand. If your brother is telling you the truth and you're getting upset, that means you have something to work on. And if your sister is telling you something that you need to work on, and you are rejecting and getting in bitter and in boiled about this situation, you need to check yourself, because it tells you that you have work to do on self. When your brother or sister is giving you spiritual counsel and advice, you must thank them. You must appreciate love them for that, because what they're doing, they're helping you to elevate to the next level. That is what they're there for. They're not tearing you down. And even if you feel like they're tearing you down to build you up. You see what I'm saying? Because in order for us to reach to the heights of spirituality, we have to deconstruct to reconstruct. You see what I'm saying? Because everything that you were taught in a system that bent on holding you here is a lie. So you were living in a total false construct. And so now to get out of that false construct and come into the true reality of who you are, you have to let go. everything that you think you knew. You see, the truth is in about all of this. In order, and listen to me carefully, in order for you to receive what the universe have in store for you, you have to let go the things that you're holding on to because it is preventing your spiritual growth. It is preventing your spiritual growth. But when you learn to let go, everything that you are in fear of letting go is holding you back. And that's why you are not elevating to the next level. Fear must be a thing of the past because fear is an illusion. Fear is an illusion. It is not real. You see what I'm saying? By definition, fear is not real. It's just an illusion. It's what they create in you to make you afraid that you won't expand. But when you realize that there is nothing that is bigger than you, people tell you, you hear these people, they come on YouTube, oh, the Anunnaki is coming, the this is coming, and you're fearful of that. You think this Anunnaki coming is any different from this God that they're telling you coming out of the sky? That is people making you look outside of yourself for something that is different from you. There's no answer into looking for the Anunnaki that is coming. No, there's no one coming to rescue you. No one is coming to do anything but you. You see what I'm saying? They use these things. And a lot of our people, unfortunately, they go and they read these books. The same people who oppress your ancestors and still oppressing you today, they write all these books about an anarchy and all these different things, just like they write a Bible and give to you to keep you in fear. But when you recognize the truth, you see what I'm saying? Know the truth. You want to be set free? When you know the truth will set you free. So I'm saying to all of you, brothers and sisters, when you know the truth and you dig deep within your own self, you don't worry about no Anunnaki or how much Anunnaki is coming. You don't even worry about a whole military force, because the thing is, you are way more powerful than you can imagine. Because the power is not outside of yourself. The power is not in a gun. It is not in nuclear weapon, but it is within you. It is within you. You are that powerhouse. You are a weapon that you could never imagine how powerful you are. But the thing is, because they have you looking outside of self, that is why you are seeing what they want you to see and not what you need to see. But the moment you stop operating on a fear basis, then it starts to come alive to you. Like I said, when you conquer the enemy within, there is no enemy outside of yourself that can defeat you. You see? Because what they do, they turn you against your own self. That is how the system survive. That is how the system thrive. It have to turn you against your very self. And the more that it does, how you allow it to happen, because everything that happened to us, we allow it to happen. The people around you, okay? The people around you, when you think that they are the problem for the things that you face in your life, no. If you stick around these individuals, then you become your own problem. You have to remove yourself from the people who is causing you to suffer, and you think that it's a good thing. It's not a good thing. It is stifling your growth. It is causing you some discomfort that is totally unnecessary. Because again, of religion. Religion has put these things in our mind. You're married to someone. Oh, you have to stay with them, no matter if they're killing you, no matter if they're abusing you, no matter what they're doing to you, because you promised to some God until death do you part. You see, this thing is a serious poison. This thing is a serious trap called religion. And a lot of us suffer under religion for a very, very long time because of these things, suffering marriages and all these different things that were destroying us from inside out. These are the things that we must understand that a system is doing to destroy you, because what it is bent on destroying you. So they create all these obstacles and put it in your way that you can't see through them. They tell you, they give you all this illusion. And so it's distraction upon distraction. You know, earlier, me and my brethren Jaren was reasoning, and I was telling him about the situation that I was listening to a brother and his wife, and they're talking about their children and the two little beautiful girls, and they were talking about how they're teaching them that no, Jesus exists, this is an illusion, this is a story. And they're talking about how they're sending their children to school, right? They're sending their children to school. And they're telling the teachers, we don't want our children to learn anything about no Jesus or what. Now, listen to me carefully. This brother and sister, unfortunately, are saying that the school is traumatizing their children. No, the school is not traumatizing. You are traumatizing your children. Because if you send them to a place where you know that they are going to do these things to them, you are at fault. And these teachers are not at fault, because the fact is that you must remove your children from these institutions, because you are developing up these spiritual beings. Don't confuse them at the same time. Talking about they need an education. They don't need those education. That's a brainwashing. You're sending them into a very dangerous situation, and then you're going to blame the school and say they are the one. No. Remove yourself from the system. Remove yourself. You see, these are the things that we are in fear of doing. We are in fear because when we remove ourselves from the system, we think that, oh, how am I going to manage? You will be just fine. You can't tell me you're spiritual and you are afraid to remove yourself from out of this system that is destroying you, that is bent on destroying you. You'd feel like if you don't go down to the grocery store and buy all these garbage in the supermarket, then, how am I going to manage? You're going to manage. Ask those who would stop eating all this garbage. Or if you see them going to a supermarket, they may come out with one small bag. Why? Because there's nothing in there for you. What I'm saying is we must develop ourselves, develop community. We have to stop talking and do. There's many of us out here that are doing for self. But a lot of us is too afraid because of holding on to a system that you just need to let it go and let it collapse on itself. And you will see how wonderful life can be. But we are too much in fear, because fear captures and controls us on a daily basis. We must let go in order for us to receive what is truly ours. We have to let it go. You see what I'm saying is, we have to let it go. But we are too afraid. We are too scared. Why? What is it that you're afraid of? There's nothing bigger than you. There is nothing bigger than you. There's no anarchy. No, don't listen to all that garbage. Stop listening to all that foolishness. You are divine. You see what I'm saying? You decide to come here to have this experience. You created the game. The more you go within yourself, you will recognize it. How much time will you repeat the game before you recognize that you are the one that created it? You see, when we come to this knowing is when we set ourselves free. It is not difficult. Life is not difficult. Life is simple. It's just the system make it complicated. Think about what I'm saying. You didn't make life difficult. No. There's a system that put in place. And when you learn and pay attention about the system, then you will recognize it. You see, you want to elevate, recognize that time is an illusion. You must recognize that nothing is moving except you. Nothing. Nothing is moving except you. Moving up or moving down. Choose where you're going to be. Because this spiritual journey is a special one. There is no end to you. There is no beginning to you. There is not. It is essential, it is vital that you know that there is no beginning or no end to who you are. But as long as you keep this religion in the forefront, then you lose. Yes. Because these are the things that is keeping you outside of yourself. These are the things that is making sure that you don't rise up to your higher self, that you don't connect higher self with lower self. You see what I'm saying? That is the reality. Let me tell you guys something. You see, down here, down into your tailbone, where they talk about is where the Kundalini, and it's not Kundalini, it's the Kundalini energy. It is actually your energy center. Do you know that if you're injured down here in your spine and the lower base of your spine, do you know, listen to me carefully. If you injure that part of you, you will not be able to stand up or walk, because that is the energy center. And that is why when they tell you, you must raise the Kundalini energy, that is what they're talking about, because it comes from here to go up here. And when you see our ancestors with a cobra on top of their head, right here, if you go and look in Kemet, you will see the cobra right up here. It's just talking about the Kundalini energy rising. So the system makes us afraid of snakes, but you don't need to fear snakes. Snake is a very smart creature. They see you before you see them. And if they really want to harm you, most of us would be not here today. So I'm saying to you, don't be afraid of these things. Anything the system wants you to be afraid of, that's the thing you need to gravitate towards. Anything the system wants you to be in fear of, that is what you need to gravitate towards, because it is telling you something. It is telling you something. So I'm saying, raise your vibration every day by examining yourself. I'm just here to remind you. You see what I'm saying? I'm just here to remind you. I am a reflection here to remind you that you must examine yourself on a daily basis. How am I doing spiritually? Am I connecting all the dots? Am I becoming one with myself more and more? Am I looking outside myself for the answer, or am I looking within for the answer? And when I say look within, because sometimes within is the next person who is next to you, that is on the journey that you are on. They are reflecting. They are showing you. They are making sure that you are standing up. They are making sure that you don't fail, because they are just there as a reflection of you. So when they come in and giving you advice or counsel, then you know That is about self-love. Because if they didn't love you just as they love themselves, they wouldn't say or do the things they do for you. You see what I'm saying? That is true love. That is the true reality. If they didn't have that love for you, they wouldn't give you those advice and those counsel and those reasoning. You see what I'm saying? This. They're just showing you, they're reflecting, and you should do likewise for them. So we don't need to be in fear of each other. We don't need to be in a place where we don't want to talk to each other and tell each other how we feel. You know what I'm saying is, if you feel like the person is slighting you, accept, just say, look, man. And then you can always, don't go and spread it around and start getting into things that these people who don't know themselves is getting into. If you're spiritual, you shouldn't be down that road anymore. You shouldn't be talking about your brother or your sister behind your back. You know what I'm saying is, you should be loving them in the sense where you, when something happened, then you speak with them, speak truth, be upright. You see what I'm saying is, because you're true to them mean you're true to yourself. That is what it truly means. You see, these are the things. These are the reality. These are the inner standing and the overstanding of being a spiritual being. We treat each other as we treat ourselves. That is a true spiritual woman or man. You don't want to oppress your brother or your sister. You don't want to make them feel like they are less than. You are there to uplift them. You can't, if you put in money ahead of your spiritual brother or sister, then you're not spiritual. If you're putting material things ahead of your brothers or sisters, then you're not spiritual. You can't tell me you're spiritual. You're not there. Nothing should be too much for your brother or your sister that are on the journey that you are on. You see what I'm saying? You will be there to care and share with them. I'm not talking about the people who you left behind, because you're going to have to leave a lot of people behind. And these could be mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, those physical people who are not moving into themselves. You have to leave them behind. And a lot of us is not willing to do that. And a lot of us is not ready to do that. You see what I'm saying is, you see. But we must, when we come into the vibration of true self, the people who come into true vibration of themselves, you and them are going to get along. You and them is going to form a bond, a true bond, a united bond, where when they say, come, let's do this thing, you're going to come together and do it. And you're going to put all fear aside. You're going to put all of those things aside. You're not going to, because you're not going to worry about someone trying to steal your money. You're not worrying about someone that is trying to, do all these bad things to you. A sister don't have to worry about this brother trying to, do something to her that is displeasing. No, because the brother is going to value you as a sister, and the sister is going to value you as a brother. So she will never be in fear of being around you, because you come out of your lower self into your higher self. So now all that sexual tension, and every woman that you see you wanted to have sex with, those things have been done away with. You put aside those things because you are this spiritual being. You see what I'm saying is, in an elevated place. You see, so you can sit down and you can reason with your sister and thinking no sexual thought. You see what I'm saying is, the system make you believe that that cannot never happen. It is not true. You see what I'm saying is, when you connect with your true self, when you truly connect with your true self, those things are not going to be a problem for you. Because what the system calls sex, I call it intimacy. Never liked the word sex. Because sex is when two people just go lay up with each other, do whatever they think. No. Intimacy, you can be, you don't have to have a penetration with a sister to talk about intimate. It's about the intimate connection. You see what I'm saying? That you have with each other. So now when you come and you form that bond, when you meet a brother or sister that is truly about it, and if you both get together, this is going to be a powerful, intimate connection, because now you're going to find out when you have intimacy, it's about life. And you're not going to just want to always be wasting your life. You see what I'm saying is because every time a man ejaculates, it is actually depleting you of life. So when the world wants you to do these things, you realize you can't be spiritual and be engaging in these foolish practices. That is why when I tell brothers and sisters, if you notice the animals in nature, because people tell, oh, we are greater than the animals. No, you're not. In a lot of sense, sometimes they're greater than you because the animals is not always running around having sex. If you notice, there are particular time when animals have relation. They don't get up every day and do these things. No, they have what they call a breeding season because they're about continuing of life, extending themselves. That is what it's all about. And if we realize and we learn to appreciate love, that part of life, then we are going to grow spiritually. So it's the system that keep us into our lower self. It's the system that put all these things on television and magazines and everything to distract you, to control you. So what I'm saying is that once we get out of that space where we stop allowing these things to control our life, then in that sense, guess what is going to happen? Everything is going to change. Is what I'm saying is everything is going to change. So it's just a matter of making sure that you keep these things in your mind, in the forefront of your mind, is what I'm saying. And stop allowing the system to dictate to you. Now you are the one that's supposed to dictate to yourself. You see what I'm saying? So we don't want to be controlled by a system anymore. We want to be about ourself, our greater self, our higher self, the fullness of who we truly need to be. And that is the all in all, because you are it. And if you don't want to know that, it is the truth that I am telling you. You see, people don't want to say that I am the I am, but I am the I am. And I know who I am. And that is the reality. You see what I'm saying is. So, you know, it is always a pleasure to be here, to reason with you guys, to vibrate with you guys. You see what I'm saying? And as I said, that meditation was on and I just had to pass on the message, right? Bring some full encouragement, bring some upliftment to all of you guys. I see a lot of you guys in the chat room. Yeah, man. Yeah, with that Freddie and HSR 1956, 19 what? 86. Yeah. Sean, yeah, man, in the house. Give thanks to the item. See it for forwarding to the chat room and thing I seen. I truly give thanks for you guys. See it for being here. Yeah, man. I truly, yeah. Pamela, give thanks, give thanks for all of you guys. Son, yeah, man, give thanks and truly appreciate of you guys for stepping in and listening to the vibration. It is really a pleasure having you guys always here. See for the support and for the love. Yeah, man, it is great, man. Give thanks all the time, every time. Brethren Jaren, as I said, you guys check out Jaren music, see it. And if you go to True Love Production, Jaren, you can correct her if you're still in the house. Let the brothers and sisters know where them to find the music them what I put out. Some very powerful music my Virgin Jaren put out there, as I often tell you guys. Yes, yes, Freddie. I give thanks. Yeah, we have to show love to each other, man. It's very, very important. You see what I'm saying? Junior, give thanks, Ru. Give thanks, man. See it. Yeah, so it is very important that we show this true love to one another, genuine love. You know what I'm saying is, and look after each other, because unity is strength, and spiritual unity is the greatest. Know thyself, you see. But as I said, check out the music, them, sister. uh, Live, give thanks, man. Give thanks always. Yeah, man. It's always happy to reason. I always happy to reason with you guys. It's what I'm saying. It's a joy. Bring joy to I and I to see you guys coming in, and just keep passing on the message, and let others who are interested know. You see what I'm saying? We're not forcing anyone, because spirituality is not about force. Yeah, man, Renal Production. Yeah, my brethren Jaren. Check out Jaren music scene. He have some very, very powerful. And one of the songs that you hear me play on here, New Black Mind, right? That is something that you guys need to really sit down and listen to. Because it is about, New Black Mind is about the true spiritual empowerment. Is what I'm saying. So that is why I want you guys to really support the brethren, support. I have another brother, Mimfadishi 13. This a young brother. He's out there. His YouTube, I think, is Mimfadishi 13. Don't remember exactly what the channel is right now, but if you look up Mimfadishi 13, it will come up. Crystal Sun, Mimfadishi 13, Crystal Sun, young brother is out there, good brother. And as I said, we have to support those who are on the journey. Let's support each other, right? Let's build together, and let's fortify each other. Seeing it is about love, it is about strength, it's about, that is where the power lies, is within the unity. So on this spiritual journey, I know that lots of you out there that are on the journey, and so therefore I am here to encourage you and to give you some strengthening words. So keep on moving, keep on being strong. More love, more life, more power, more strength, more guidance, more of everything in abundance that is great to each and every one. Ray, give thanks, my brother. Give thanks, Sharon. Give thanks to all of you guys that come in tonight. Sin, may the ancestors always be with you guys and guide you guys through all your journey. Sin, yes, all the time, every time. More love, more life.